if this project is ever gonna get rid of any of my yarn. Hello, so I have a lot of craft projects ranging from sewing projects, crochet projects, doodling, bullet journaling projects I want to finish by the end of this summer. So I am making a series to document my progress on these projects because I know it is the way I will keep myself accountable. The first project I am doing is a scrap work yarn sweater. I made a beanie similar to this probably in December. So I want to make a sweater like this style because one, I want to limit my yarn supply and I feel like this is a pretty good way in doing that. And two, it's a gift for one of my friends for his birthday. So I figured why not make this project, but I also need to make it by July 31st. So I'm going to document each day how much I worked on this project, show you my progress until I have completed it. I have a ton more. This is like all my yarn I have for this project plus so much more that I'm not showing, and I'm hoping I can get rid of this because I'm just not using it right now, and I figured a funky like sweater would be the perfect project for all this yarn because although it doesn't all go together, it will go together in a sweater, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so it's July 9th, and this is what I have for my crochet scrapwork sweater so far. I have chained 76, and this is what we have so far. I'm gonna start decreasing sometime soon to make the shape of the neckline. Okay, so I'm getting ready to call it a night for July 9th. This is how far I am. I'm about a little under halfway there. It's 14 rows, and I think I need to make about 35 to 40 to match this one. I think this is gonna be the front. This one's gonna be the back. So yeah, still have a ton of yarn left. I don't know if this project is ever gonna get rid of any of my yarn. Morning, it's July 10th. I haven't been working on the project at all. This is me checking in. I did grab some more yarn though because I think the chunkier weighted yarn is better for this project because then there's not any big holes between the stitches. So we're gonna start working and using some of these too. It's nighttime now, it's July 10th, and this is what I have done so far. I think I'm pretty close to the shaping of the neckline because in comparison to the front, so my plan is to make the back like a little higher because in like all shirts, the back is a little higher than the front collar. So I think I'm gonna go like maybe 3 or 4 more rows above what I did on the front and then start to shape the neckline, and that'll probably be a tomorrow project. So I think I'm gonna call it a night, and yeah, this is what I have done so far. All right, it's a day later now. It is July 11th, and I'm going to start crocheting for the night. I'm going to do maybe 3 more rows, 3 to 4 to 5 more rows, and start the decreasing for the neckline. Okay, so I'm going on a small road trip and I'm gonna pack some of my yarn and the project so far because I think I'm gonna work on it in the car. Okay, good morning. I'm checking in. It's a couple days later now. It is July 13th, and I am going to try to grind out the sweater today. See how far I can get and see where that takes me. I'll be showing you the process along the way. Do you ever just pack a ton of yarn and then it all just somehow tangles together? Like how? How? Okay, y'all. I believe, I could go back on my word. I believe that the two front and back panels are done. The front and the back panels are done. Now, do I need to tie in the strings? Yes. Will I? Yes. But that's a when it's all assembled project. This is the front. I don't know which way it will go. You know how I said the back needs to be higher? Well, stick with me. Look at that. That's like perfect. I think what I need to do now is attach the shoulders together. Attach the side seam like up to a certain point and then just crochet like in a circle. Decrease towards like the wrist area. Attach the shoulders now. Just connected all the shoulder seams and side seams and I'm obsessed. So cool. Now just imagine it with some ribbing, some sleeves. I'm obsessed. My sweater so far. You could call it a tank top. And I think I'm going to start crocheting in the circle of the sleeve part, like on this, the front and back pieces, to then make it a circle. Got the first little round of the gray sleeved arm in there. Oh, that looks so cool. Morning, it is July 18th now, and today I thought it'd be fun to start making a journal of all the projects I want to do and to just put progress photos or inspiration photos and then the final photo in, and also talk about maybe the yarn I used, maybe the process, the technique I can reference later. So I have my journal, I have some pictures, white paper just if I need that as like a backdrop. I have loved it to bullet journal for like ever, and these pens, oh, see, like they're still in the package. Sharpie pens, oh, y'all, I'm a sucker for like office supplies. I'm gonna start with this. Alright, now that my journal is done, which I love it. I like had this vision and I am excited. This inspires me to document my process with more projects. But I might replace, or I might just even add like a photo of the sweater just on top of everything to make it even more scrappy. Now that I'm done with this, I am going to crochet all day today. I need to finish this sweater, okay? I have other projects on my mind I need to worry about. So it's 10:15 right now. I'm hoping to be done by 4 o'clock. That's a long time. I don't know if I did a check-in last time, but this is how far my sleeve is. I started to decrease somewhat because I knew it was gonna be just like a big sleeve. Like, I want it to be somewhat baggy, you know, but not like straight. So like I want there to be able to be some like extra room. So I think I have enough decreases now. I'm just gonna keep crocheting it around until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, that could be bunched enough to then make the cuff to make it what I like. And then I would start on the other side. So I might go grab some more yarn because although I have a lot, I feel like I need to be inspired with more yarn, which is so sad that I have even more yarn I could be using on this. But it is almost done. Last step would be just putting on the ribbing, which I love doing ribbing. I love doing ribbing. And then attaching all the ends, which can be tedious, but just throw in a show and I'll be great. Let's get going. We are about an hour in, and I feel like I've done so much, yet it's not showing. But what I have done is about from this row to here. How has that been an hour? I feel like I could have done so much more. Okay, we'll check back in another hour. And I feel like we don't have too much to go left on this sleeve. Okay, I'm nearing the part where I think the sweater is ready to be tried on to see if the sleeve length is good enough or if I need to add some stitches or take away some stitches. So I'm gonna try it on and see how it looks. Okay, how does it look? The sleeve is like a little heavy because there's not one over here, so it's like wanting to pull it all this way. But I think the sleeve length is like perfect because there's gonna be a cuff already on it, so it's gonna be like bunched like this. Like, is that not cool? And then it's gonna have a completely different sleeve on this side. So I'm gonna continue working on it, but I just wanted to show you. It's 2:15 now. I've been going at this all day, like I promised though. But this is what we have so far. We got full arm, and we got half arm. I don't know, but it's making progress. I am very pleased with how much this is like tanking on my yarn because I barely have much left. Purple, orange, blue still has a bit, but I can get that done. Green, red I need to use. See, it's all getting jumbled now. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a lunch break and I'll be back later to check in and fill you in on my process. So it's July 18th now. It's a little bit later in the day and I want to show you where I'm at. I have a majority of the sleeve done, just not it completely. As you can see, this is like the full side that I completed, but this is where I'm at right now. I think maybe like 5 more rows is like all I need. But I'll probably do that tonight because I have somewhere to be right now, and I'll show you later. It is July 22nd now. It's been a minute, and I'm just now starting to realize that I said I wanted to be done with this by July 30th, thinking when I said July 30th, it wouldn't be a problem, but now it's 8 days away. But you know, I don't think I'm too far off, and I think that's always the problem. I underestimate how close I am to the finish line. And I don't think I'm too far away. All I have to do is ribbing. Well, all I have to do is finish these 5 rows of the arm, ribbing, tuck in the ends, and I'm done. How hard can that be in 8 days? It is much later now. It's about 8 p.m. and I'm gonna show you where the sweater is because I did complete both sleeves. So let's look. And now we are gonna crochet the ribbing. I think I'm gonna do the neckline, and I'm gonna do it with this. I'm gonna try to use this for all of the ribbing because I want it to be like a grounding color along the waistline, neckline, and cuffs. Y'all, I'm about halfway done with the neckline. Look how good it's looking. And yes, it's literally late. Oh no. Like, hi. Okay. Okay, y'all, the neckline is finished. This is where I think I'm gonna call it a night, but that turned out so much better than I thought it would. And I'm happy that this is gonna ground all of it together. Oh, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look real good. I might even put like a tag of mine here, or I might do it like there. We'll see. It is July 23rd now, and I believe this is probably me. I still can't think. Underestimating, overestimating, estimating that I believe I can finish it tonight. It is 6:47 p.m. and I'm going to crochet the ribbing on the cuffs and the hemline and then tuck in the strings, and it should be done. Like, this can be accomplished tonight. So let's get started. It's about an hour later now, and look at that sleeve. That looks beautiful. Now I just have to replicate it on the other side. What I've realized is this like red strip is in the front and not in the back. So, okay. So like, oh, this is inside out too, but same thing, right? So, love. Right, look, isn't it pretty? Love. I'm going to finish this sleeve. I got carried away working on it, so I just loved it too much. So we got like 3/4 of a way to go, and then we can do the hem. Next day, and I may or may not have gotten carried away and finished the ribbing. Like, does that not look epic? I'm gonna put it on. Is that not cool? So now we're just gonna tuck in the strings, okay? Here's the sweater. All the strings tucked in, all the ribbing done, and I'm gonna try it on. It is July 25th and my sweater is done. I am happy to say it turned out even better than I imagined. I am happy that my ribbing color did not run out. I only had like maybe 18 inches of it left. So I will use that as stuffing for our next project, or a project in the future I make like a plushie or something with. Stay tuned for my next video where I make whatever. Hope you enjoyed this video.